How we doing today, folks? This is Gib with Ripping the RC Life coming at you. I got a package in today, and we're gonna do a little unboxing out here at the park. It's a beautiful day. Might be a little windy, but if you can hear me, you know, all the better, right? Maybe you don't want to hear me, but let's see what we got in today. Yeah, I would open this upside down, wouldn't I? Go ahead and pop it out. Look at that. We got the big rock in. I know it's been out for a few years, but I'm pretty new to the game, so this was something that I've been eyeing for a while. I got the Typhon 3S in the BLX series last month, and I mean it really turned me on. So that's what we're doing here with this ARRMA Big Rock. I saw a lot of great reviews on it. There's a lot of pop-ups or mods you can do to it, make it stronger, you know, make it a speed truck, stuff like that. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I got it in today. Let's see what it's got. It's got all kinds of, I guess, upgrades from the last Big Rock, which was a Big Rock 2 or something, I believe. It's a nice looking truck, I'm not gonna lie, and I had to get it. I've been looking at it since I got into RCs, and it's something that I've been looking forward to for a while. So when I saw one, I had to get it after getting that Typhon. Of course, I got the Typhon because it was on a great deal, right? This pretty much all around the same price it's at everywhere, but you know, Christmas, birthday, stuff like that, you got a few dollars in your pocket, right? Let's see here. So we got Spectrum electricals, right? Everything's got a fan on it, which is a cool thing. You got the ESC with a fan. You got a fan for your motor as well, which I heard is needed. Of course, I'm not familiar with the old one, or should I say the previous model, so I can't really compare or anything, but we've got a 3200 kV brushless motor in here. Of course, like I said, it comes with a cooling fan, heat sink all the way around. We got IC5 connectors here. There's a bunch of upgrades. You can see everything on the box, of course. We got bearings throughout, all kinds of stuff here. And let's see what here. Of course, a modular design. That was a pretty cool thing that they did. I mean, I've seen people pop that thing out, you know, removing a screw and a tab, and you're good to go, which makes it pretty easy to work on, even getting that mesh under control, because that's something that I know I've fussed with on a few vehicles and stuff like that. This makes it pretty easy from what I've open this up. Let's see what we can get out of here. Try to not put that box somewhere so it doesn't blow away. We don't want to leave a mess out here at the park, right? Here we got our Spectrum control. Now these don't come with a battery pack or a charger or anything like that. So, you know, if you're going to do this, you got to make sure you have what it takes to run it, because I can't imagine sitting there and not having what it takes to run it. And of course, your Spectrum right here, you got a little foam wheel, which gives you a little bit of control here with a one-handed driving if you want to try that. 4 batteries, 4 AA batteries for the controller. And let's put this box out of the way. We got some bubble wrap here that the controller was in that I'll save for my daughter. Oh, don't forget this. For binding, right? Let's not lose this one. I don't know why it was in here loose, but here you go with your little manual. And these manuals, they're pretty complete. They got all kinds of stuff in there. Of course, because this thing does have the ESC is programmable, and it's a pretty easy chart to follow, not hard at all. You got your wrench here, and you got some inserts for your shocks, and a couple of Allen wrenches, which is good. Let's see here. Let's pop this open. Of course, the little wrench for your tires here, and this is 12 millimeter, which, you know, I'm not, doesn't break my heart. I know I've heard a lot of people don't like that, because these come with a 12 instead of a 17 or a 14. They could have been, I guess they could have been better here, but yeah, you got your manual, you got all kinds of instructions here. Let's look at this, because you got your batteries, how they show you how to put it in and how to take them out, and there is your IC tuning chart right here, and it's super easy to follow. I mean, this thing's really cool. You don't need a card to tune it, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's put this up. It's a little windy out here, so I don't want to leave anything just lying around it. I'll be chasing it in the field out there. I'd rather be spending my time driving, right? Your controller here. Of course, the controller, I heard it's an upgrade too, because it came with the SL2, which I heard had delays or whatnot. Like I said, I can't really compare because I don't know the other one. You're getting 50, 75, and 100 you can switch to. You got your throttle and steering reverse. Standard controller here that's coming out with these PLXs. Oh, that was nice. Oh, look at that. That is pretty sweet. That is a nice looking truck here. Let me go ahead and pull it out here. Somebody just pulled up in a Cadillac, it looks like to me. A sweet car. Look at this, guys. Oh, wow. That is a nice looking truck. What do you think? We got a nice looking truck here. I like that matte black. There was a lot of people that weren't too crazy about it, but you could go ahead and get yourself bodies. They sell those out there. You can paint them up how you want. I've got something in mind for this one I'm gonna do. Very nice, very nice. Shocks feel pretty good. A little lighter in the front, not too bad. You gotta love these pins here. These are amazing. Oh, and these are much easier. The Typhon that I got was crazy tight. They were hard to get through and hard to pull off, but these are pretty easy to come off of. Pretty good shell, not too bad. Don't just bash, blast, right? That's their little motto I think they're going with. Let's see here. Here's your motor, your ESC. Both of them, again, come with fans, IC3. I've heard people complain about these shocks. They're plastic. I mean, everybody wants aluminum, everything, but this thing wasn't too bad for the price. It's 2S and 3S ready, so it'll run off either or, so that's a good thing. I've seen pretty good speeds out of the 2S alone, so sometimes, depending how hard you're bashing or whatnot, you can run it just on 2S alone. Turnbuckles all the way around, or the front, should I say, and back. And you got little guards for your shocks, which, you know, that's pretty handy. Keep the rocks and debris out of it. Big old hard bumpers. Yeah, these are hard. They hardly have any flex in here. You got a wheelie bar. I don't know that it's adjustable, but it does have extra support here, so that's pretty neat. Clips right here in the front for your battery wires. It's pretty neat. Hold them in place. I always strap mine in with the straps anyways underneath the battery. But yeah, this is a beautiful truck. It is gorgeous. I'm excited to have it. I'll probably be doing some hop-ups on this, I guess you can call them, or maybe upgrades to maybe like the shocks and stuff like that. I'm gonna run it just as it is, and keep an eye on things. You know, I've seen videos out here, got to keep rocks out of the out of the steering buckles over here, right? Because they say it'll jam up, which I kind of see that maybe happening, but there is a little gate down there at the bottom, a little hole, so those rocks will fall out. But all in all, I love what I see. These are the Ragnaroks, these D boots, Ragnaroks. They're vented, which is a good thing. You can get all that water out of them if you need, which is it's a plus, right? You don't want to lose a pair of tires to water. It's got Velcro straps. It's got the EC5 connector, and it's a pretty nice truck. Let's see what we got. What else could I go on about? I really can't, because I don't know too much about it. I got the Typhon last month, had an amazing time with it. You know, this I had wanted for a while already. The style is just pretty cool. I heard it's pretty easy driving because it's got a longer body. I mean, you know, you can hear both ends about it, but the longer body gives you a little bit more stability, right? And I heard it flies, right? It says I think 50 miles an hour, which pretty good on a 3S battery on a 110 scale truck. We're gonna give you all a little bit of runtime today. We'll see how that goes. It's a beautiful day. It's a little windy out here, but I do want to run it, and we're gonna have fun with it. I got a couple of battery packs I might put through. I don't know if I'm gonna put them both through there. I don't think we'll be at the bike park. It looks a little busy right now, but there is a big old field out here we can run it through. Again, ARRMA Big Rock BLX series. It's apparently got a wider stance, an inch and a half, I think, wider than the one before. It had some issues with the steering. I think that they say that's been worked out. The remote, it's got a new system in there. The remote's been worked out. You got a lot of features again on this remote, which is pretty cool. Give it to a beginner, 2S, 50%. They're not gonna kill your car, right? But yeah, the Big Rock. This is it, folks. I've been waiting for this probably a year since I got into the hobby. You know, when I first got into the hobby, I found it hard to spend $100 on a car, and now it's let's just say it's pretty addicting. You got bearings throughout, which is pretty good, right? People are liking this bearing right here to stabilize that drive shaft, the center drive shaft. I think the gearing's all metal. It's 14 inches wide. It's a pretty awesome looking truck. You know, you got a plastic chassis, of course. We got a plastic chassis. This is your one screw that you need to take out that modular system for the motor, which is pretty awesome to work on. I imagine, you know, popping it out, pull that screw out, pop this tab out. Of course, you want to remove the center drive, and you pull these tabs up, and you can pop it out. So it makes it pretty easy to work on. You know, there might be some upgrades I might do to this, but I'm going to run it as is for as long as I can. And then, of course, whatever needs to be done, we'll work on that when time comes. I had an issue with the shock on my Typhon, where the shaft where it's seated, it popped out. I went ahead and I stuck my soldering iron just in there just for a quick second, and then pushed the shaft back in there and held it maybe a minute, held it tight, and it seems to be holding up. You know, I've seen people have that issue. That might be why people don't like these plastic shocks, but I mean, it's what comes with it. So, you know, it's what I'm going to run it with. These tires seem pretty good. I might want some bigger ones. I'm not too sure. We'll think about it. Like I said, I'll run it the way it is, the way it comes, and see what we got. We got a couple of battery packs sitting in my car, burning a hole in the back. We're going to put these in here and see what we get.